Haunted Horse tweets, Jim, if the Padres not winning a nail biter of a game were not bad enough, after their game, they were looking for some good comfort food, only to show up at a Ruby Tuesday that was closed due to bankruptcy. Lose, lose.
Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday.
Are you kidding me, Ritt? Whose idea was that, Ritt? Did you do that on your own? See, like when Alvin's here, Alvin does things that I don't even know that they're happening as they're happening. You know what I mean? It's like seamless. It's woven into the fabric of the program. It's almost like it's in my head, and I don't even know it. But when Ritt rolls out with something like that, it's so obvious and so blatant. I just want to know what you jokers are doing behind the other side of the glass. Like, was that a collaborative effort? Was that your idea, Hawk? Normally when there's a bad idea involving a song, it's your idea. Or how about you, big head? All of a sudden you showing up and flexing? How weird is it, one, that I hired Ritt? Because he's just kind of an odd dude. I mean, I'd say it to your face. In fact, I am, Ritt. You're looking right at me. You're an odd dude, bro. I mean, you're a good dude and a good worker. You're an odd dude. How weird that he and I have the same birthday. And that Dwight Eisenhower shares the same birthday. And that Ritt looks exactly like Dwight Eisenhower. Like, the whole thing is so weird. And it's going to be really weird next Wednesday. And Happy Gilmore. Check this guy. In a brand new we go to Colorado Springs. Monica. What's going on, Monica? How are you?
I'm doing well, Jim. How are you?
I'm super. What's on your mind?
Well, I was just thinking, like, I hadn't watched a Laker game until the bubble started, and now I see why you like Caruso so much. He basically represents the other side of the glass in, like, one person. He's got, like, Hawk's frailty, James Kelly's serial killer stare, and Ritt's ability to age rapidly. And, the guy's 26. Like, that just can't be right. Congrats on the asterisk, I guess. And I hate agreeing with Jerome and Johnny, but, like, turn the page on the Astros. You say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, and it's only cheating if you get caught. Done and done. Or Janet being the loveliest and luckiest woman alive. I know.
Look at Monica. War Lady Clones. Racker. She said, I'm glad that I saw the Lakers in the bubble because everything you said about Caruso, the Caruso, is true. And then she likened him to every member of the XR4TI. That he has the, quote, frailty of Hawk, the serial killer look of James Kelly. What'd she say about you, Ritt? Must have something to do with the bald head and him looking much older than he actually is. And then she mixed in her take on the Astros. I love Rich just saying, I don't know, I wasn't listening. I just said, what did he say? Or what did she say about you? He goes, I don't know. Not listening. You're not listening. You're the engineer of a radio program. What do you mean you're not listening? It was disparaging, therefore I'm not listening. Oh, so you'll listen if they say something good about you. Well, if that's the case, Rick, you're never going to hear Jack. Wow. Ed Yellow Weasel tweets, if Bryson DeChambeau needs a homeless caddy, I am available after November 3rd, as I'll be off losing the city council campaign. Signed, Dick Flowers.
Eric Silkinson, which the locals known as Silk Bra.
Eric Silkinson.
Eric Silkinson.
Speaking of Jano, Jano received a text from Eric Silkinson yesterday.
Eric Silkinson.
True story. Hey, bro, you know how I said that I do not endorse candidates? I do now. I'm voting for Tito. Stop texting my wife, Silkinson.
Bra.
He actually said, tell your husband. It said something like, tell your husband, thank you very much for the city council take. We all really enjoyed that very much. You're welcome, narc bra.
I do have some name recognition.
Stop texting my wife, bro. I know Jano is like the nicest person any of you have ever met. She is that to be true, but that doesn't mean it's okay to text her, even if you're texting her to thank me for what I've done for you.
I do have some name recognition.
That's from yesterday. First of all, you have name recognition. Really? I didn't even know your name until yesterday. Eric. Silk Bra. I just naively assumed that his parents named him Silk Bra. His name is Eric. Eric Silkinson.
Eric Silkinson, which the locals known as Silk Bra.
That is a local reporter doing a news story on the upcoming city council race for Huntington Beach, where there are 3 available seats and 15 different candidates, and one of them is Tito Ortiz, and one of them is Narc Bra. Shout out to Jo Kwon from Spectrum One, who heard the segment and did appreciate that. You got it, Joe. No problem. That's what I'm here for. And I appreciate you covering the race the way you did, and also inviting Eric Silkinson to be a part of your coverage.
There will be 3 open seats on the city council here in Huntington Beach come November. I'm Jo Kwon. At least 15 people have signed up to try to win those seats, including an MMA fighter and a surfer.
Hey, Joe, let me ask you something. Did you know Silk Bra was Narc Bra was Eric Silkinson?
Eric Silkinson.
Did you know that he was a smack-off champ? Like, Joe, I'm curious, how did that come to be? How did you determine? I want to know how she determined who to talk to. I mean, Tito Ortiz all day long. He is Tito. He is an MMA Hall of Famer. He is a Huntington Beach native, right? And a celebrity. That makes sense.
MMA Hall of Famer.
Okay, Joe, where did the other guy come from? But then again, the other guy himself did say, I do have some name value.
Tito and Eric are both running to become city council members.
Tito
here
and
in Huntington
Eric?
Beach.
I know who Tito
Besides a
is.
love
Who the
of
hell is
sports,
Eric?
Different ones, of course. They also have other things in common. They both grew up in town.
We also both graduated from Huntington Beach High School, Tito and I.
Go Oilers. At Hitman Canadian is in. Our vote is definitely for Tito. Signed the 4 beach volleyball players.
Silk Bra.
Yeah, but the thing about the 4 beach volleyball players, that's what started this entire thing. He narked them out. Brad saw the tweet narking them out, then called this show, and then I responded and said that he should run for office against Tito and how great would that be. And then Silkinson did in fact declare his candidacy.
And this is their first time running for political office.
I thought I could do a good job for the city. I'm not part of special interest. I'm the only teacher running, so I have a unique perspective.
And then local reporter Jo Kwon said, I got this. Hold my mic. Hold my beer. I got this. Jo Kwon, way to grab that baton and run with it. She's tearing down the highway with it. And she does the whole report on Tito and Silkinson, which is brilliant because, one, she did her job, right, as a reporter. She previewed the city council race, but she knew to put Silkinson in there.
Eric Silkinson.
Not only did she interview Silkinson, and when she broke news by telling all of us his real name, Eric, but she found him in his natural habitat at the beach, jamming himself into a wetsuit, not working, spending his wife's money, letting her put food on the table while he's out there checking the swells, being interviewed on TV. Damn, like the most Silkinson thing ever. You notice how I'm throwing that name around quite a bit? It's because I didn't know it until yesterday. I've got 30 years to get caught up on.
There's an old saying that decisions are made by those who show up. So I decided to throw my hat in the ring and show up.
Hey, Eric, you knew that you were doing an interview, right? I know you dusted off that Ben Franklin saying. Did you not rehearse that before you met with Joe?
There's an old saying that decisions are made by those who show up. So I decided to throw my hat in the ring.
I decided to show up at the beach on a work day and let my wife do all the work.
I do have some name recognition.
Damn, Eric, you're something else. I love the guy. He's the best. Except when he's texting my wife. Come on, Eric. I don't need you clones hitting up my kids to be on your podcast. I don't need you blowing up my wife's phone, even if you're only trying to thank me. Stop sending stuff to my home address. That happens too. Hey, Rome. Hey, Rome, what's going on, man? Great show. You had to hit me with that at home? You couldn't tweet that at me? You couldn't hit me with that on Instagram? You call me? This is directed to James Rome III. Can't believe Silk is using his name recognition as a qualification for a job. Signed, Chris Collinsworth's kid.
I do have some name recognition.
Signed, Beauregard in Pacific Palisades. Twelvewood's in. Silk reached out to one of your family members. That's a no-no. Signed, me trying to reach out to Jake for the Woodscopes.
Eric Silkinson, which the locals known as Silk Bra.
There you go, brah. There you go, Wood. Kind of makes me think of Ben Askren being totally self-deprecating about getting kneed in the head by Jorge Masvidal and that fight ending in 5 seconds. Askren's handled that beautifully. Like, better than anybody. Nobody has had something bad happen to them and rolled with it the way Askren has. Masterfully. Good job, Wood. Now, on a serious note, bro, and stop trying to reach out to my kid to be on your Woodscopes. He did it once. He was coming from a pretty good place. Hey, dude, I get it. Like, you've interviewed anybody and everybody who had anything to do with this show. The only people left were my family.